This type of mango.
This
Yeah.
depends. You mean gourmet, the small ones?
What else we have here?
Ataulfo.
Ataulfo,
Yeah.
gourmet, avocado reed, and papaya.
Yes. So my name is Thibault, and I come from France. I'm 29 years old.
My name is Charles Ledoux. I'm 29 years old. I'm from France, 1 hour from Paris. I'm in like paradise right now, in south of Spain. It's beautiful. Mango tree, avocado tree everywhere, the mountains, so life is good.
Me llamo Amélie y soy de Francia, yo vivo cerca de París. Soy frugívora desde 2016 y me gusta mucho, mucha energía, se duerme muy bien.
Hello, I'm Paul. I'm 22. We are here with a lot of different people. Most of us are kind of fruit-based or fruit-oriented.
So I've been here in Andalusia for a month and a half now. I started experimenting with raw foods like 6 years ago. But at the time I was like going raw, but everything raw, like also the meat and eggs and fish. And I was eating like this for 4 years. And 2 years ago, it was some kind of intuitive things, but the more fruits I ate and the less raw meat I ate, and at the end I quit it completely eating meat because I felt it was not right for my feelings. It's been 2 years that I'm eating mostly fruits and vegetables and green leaves, and here and there some nuts and some avocados.
1 year and a half fully raw, and 1 year fully fruit, like 2 meals a day, fruit and salads.
About changing my diet, it's since 5 years. But eating fruits as a big part of my diet, about 1 year and like 10 months, like 2 years roughly.
The natural elements, that's no process, no animals, plant-based.
Plant-based, okay.
Yeah, and less processed food, as much as you can, because sometimes it's not so easy. Like here, we do it. The most of the people, they just like, just eat, and they don't even want to assume or to know what's happened behind.
Do you think you eat green leaves because you like it or because it's necessary?
I do like it, yeah. All the time I've experienced like 3-4 days only on street fruits. I always felt that I wanted something like a savory taste. But it can also be the vegetable fruits like tomatoes, cucumbers and zucchinis and stuff like that, yeah.
I'm eating only the top of the leaves. Like my body, like when I eat, if I have some leaves on salad, it's only picking the top of the leaves. So I know some animals don't do that, but I don't know. Every time I go like 2 weeks without greens, I feel I needed it. Like my body is clearly telling me thank you. So maybe one day I will not need it anymore. But as for now, I want it.
I would say that's a need, yes.
And what type of need? Psychological or physical?
That I don't really know. Just that I like the crispy leaf. I just ate like 5 or 6 mangoes. And right now I can say I can stop eating for the day and it will be fine. When I eat more cooked food, I know that this is not a need. This is more of a psychological reason.
Do you eat mono fruit meals or mixed?
Fruit is always mono. If I have enough of one type of fruit to make a meal, it's always mono. Like mono meals of bananas, of chirimoyas, of mangoes. If I don't have enough, it's possible that I eat one fruit and then wait a little bit and eat another fruit. But it's rarely more than 2 fruits. And I respect some kind of combination. And with the vegetables, I sometimes mix, but it's like 2-3 ingredients, like lettuce with tomatoes and avocados. Well, I think I need to discover more fruits. I've never been in the tropics. I don't know half of the fruits that exist. So,
For example, tomato tree.
no, I don't know that. I like my leaves, but if I eat the fruits that give me satisfaction, I will just go to the fruits for sure. I'm open to change, and it's only been 2 years. Eat mostly fruits, yeah, and I'm some kind of vegan. At first, not for moral reasons, but for some kind of intuitive feeling reason. Like the taste of the meat and fish, it didn't taste good, so I stopped. And now I'm so moved when I see something killed that I cannot stand eating. Sometimes I try again, eating maybe an egg here and there, maybe some oysters or a shell, but it never really feels good. But I also feel that I have, I'm alone doing that. I've not met anyone doing this kind of lifestyle, except from YouTube. And I have some fears also of going too far and Fruitarian and maybe losing my teeth, and stuff like that. So I try to listen to my body and slow down if I need to slow down.
There is a lot of details, not only about eating fruit, it's the way of thinking, the way of living.
Yeah.
If you eat the fruit from your garden and it's ripe fruit, you take
it's different from the fruit I can eat in France that comes from
Exactly.
very far and it's
It
picked 1 month ago. And
I think I could go on a modern diet, but I don't necessarily feel I have to. I mean, I can just eat watermelons and mangoes and for the fruit part of the day, and that's perfect.
Only monofruit meal, and if I mix, it's like peaches and nectarines, like it's the same family, or 2 varieties of mangoes. I did it like mixing 2 sugary fruit, but no, I can't do that. I prefer eat less than mixing 2 sugary fruit in the same meal. If it's not the same family. Doing like only grapes for 1 month or only bananas, no, I never tried it and I don't think I want to try. Yeah, I can eat mangoes every day if I want, but I need another meal with another fruit.
Do you think you could eat only mangoes for 6 months?
No, I don't think so. I mean, you need to eat different varieties, but I don't think it's like the best to do. At first physically, but at the end, mentally, you're gonna fail. I think it's just my opinion and what I think from my experience. I was eating like the same Moroccan watermelon and canned mangoes. I did it like for 1 week because I only had that, and I felt it like I needed some varieties. My body clearly told me eat some other fruits. So 6 months, I don't think I can do that. I was smoking like I was 20 years old, so it's like 10 years old. From my experience, the more hydrated I was, and the less I wanted these things like cooked food or anything smoking. It does nothing to me. Being hydrated and focusing on high water content food, it changed my life because I was eating like a lot of bananas and figs and the dry food. I love them, but I feel 100 times better since I focus only on high water content fruit. And sometimes, of course, I can eat some persimmon or some touch banana, but it's really rare nowadays. Since I drink and I focus on hydrated fruit, I don't have any cravings, like it changed everything.
You told me that your diet is more or less 90% fruit. What's in the other 10%?
It's more about 80%. The rest is mostly vegetables, like salad, avocado, can be carrots also. Your transition is already finished or still?
No, not finished. For example, if I eat a lot of non-organic fruit, like I can feel the next day I will detox, and I need to focus on organic fruits only, or at least as much as possible. But no, I still have candidos, so avocado I had to cut that, and I feel like so much better than before, so I don't want to go back. No, I didn't eat dry fruit since like 1 year. When I say I eat fruits and salads only for about 1 year, it's like 2 meals a day, just mono meal of fruit and salads. Like, for example, today it was 3 small watermelon, so it's like between 2 kilos and 2 kilos and a half of flesh, watermelon flesh. And tonight I ate some leaves of salads, like 5 leaves. And I don't know, maybe 2 kilos of mango, but like small mangoes, so not a lot of flesh. No nuts, no seeds. I stopped avocado 3 months ago. I can eat, but I feel less great the next day, so I feel better eating mangoes and melons. I didn't know about raw vegan and all that when I went fully raw. Like I did it only listening to my body. I have developed a technique. I use my imagination, I imagine myself like picking a fruit yeah, see how my body reacts. And if I think about picking dry fruit, it's like my body telling me, don't eat that. And since then, I never ate that. I'm not attracted to it. So I use this technique to know the amount of food my body wants. For example, if I was eating apples, as I was imagining myself picking 1, 2, 3 apples, and like when I was picking the 7 apples in my mind, my body was telling me stop, 6 is enough. So I was like, okay, it's in my mind. I will try it the next day when I'm eating. It was unbelievable. When I was at the 6th apple, I can felt that I was completely satisfied. But like 2 weeks ago, I would have ate like 3 apples more, you know. So I was overeating, and just by using my imagination and listening to my body and practicing all of that, I became like so connected, and I know exactly what I have to eat and when to stop. People are always, oh, you're eating only fruit, you're gonna have deficiencies and you're gonna be weak. I'm like, yeah, maybe I'm listening to my body. If you're telling me eat some dates and dry figs, I will, but he never did, so I stopped eating those. I tried 3 juices in my life, and no, it's not for me. Like no, it was fresh juice. It was fresh vegetables like picked in 3 hours ago. So it was really high quality vegetables and high quality juices, but no, didn't like it.
What was the reason which pushed you to change your lifestyle? Health problem or spiritual thing?
Actually, it wasn't health problem. I didn't have any kind of health issues.
¿Cómo entraste en el mundo frugívoro?
En una noche.
¿Ah, sí?
Sí, me gusta mucho practicar deporte. Y no había tanto energía. He buscado algo que podría mejorar la performance. He encontrado una persona que practica deporte también y que era frugívora. He leído muchos artículos y después he decidido probarlo y me encantó muchísimo.
¿Habían algunas dificultades en este camino, en el principio, la transición?
Después de 3 meses he empezado a ver como puntos negros en los brazos y en las manos y no sabía si estaba normal o si fuera carencias, pero han desaparecido. Entonces el cuerpo se ha
Desintoxicada.
exactamente.
¿Y la comida cocinada? ¿Echaste de menos de algo en el principio?
El pan y el queso, pero no fue muy difícil cambiar la alimentación porque tanta energía y calidad de vida, pues no se puede volver a otra alimentación, así que ha sido fácil para mí.
Mi pregunta es sobre ir al baño.
Es mejor sentarse y para ir al baño en la naturaleza.
Es abono para las plantas.
Sí.
El ciclo de la materia orgánica no se corte con el ser humano porque hacemos todas las cosas en la agua. Hay que hacerlo en la naturaleza para que toda la comida que comamos volvería a la tierra y estamos en una parte de este ciclo.
Y ahora se ponen muchísimos productos químicos en el agua para limpiar todo, para que el baño sea propio.
Sí, limpio de bacterias y hongos.
Sí, y no es natural.
¿El papel?
Ah,
¿Qué sería? ¿Cómo lo ves?
depende de la comida que tú comes, el papel. Y también depende de la posición que tú tienes cuando tú lo haces. Es que sí, pienso que la posición natural es estar de esta manera.
Con un ángulo.
Y es muy fácil hacerlo. Y entonces no se necesita usar papel. Un poco de agua, pero el papel no se necesita.
Si estás comiendo bien y todo funciona bien, es como no sale todo limpio. Si vemos también en la naturaleza, ningún animal lo necesita.
Los animales sí, no necesitan nada, es natural.
En ocasión, si tienes ahí, vale, un poco sucio, alguna hoja, ¿no? Y
Sí,
hay
alguna hoja es muy
de
fácil,
aguacates,
muy
por
fácil,
ejemplo,
sí.
de cualquier cosa.
Para la gente esto parece sucia, ¿no? ¿Sabes?
Sí.
Y no queremos ver lo que sale, pero hay que verlo.
Todo el mundo que utiliza el váter, otra vez mal karma. Entonces la vida nos dice que tenemos que vivir en naturaleza.
Cortamos el ciclo del agua con todo esto, porque, por ejemplo, por aquí hay que regar los árboles. Y toda esta agua va en las raíces y después en la fruta, y comemos la fruta. ¿Y qué hacemos con esta agua? No la volvemos al árbol. Hay que volver esta agua al árbol. Y lo que hacemos ahora es poner el agua no sé dónde, se va
En el mar o río.
eso, y al fin de los años se añade cada año hasta un punto que no hay agua, porque toda el agua se ha ido.
¿No bebes agua?
No bebo agua porque todo el agua que tengo viene de fruta como sandía o melones y es el mejor que se puede consumir, yo pienso. La energía del sol y de la tierra y todo.
Está ya filtrada por árbol. Do you drink water?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can drink water.
Because you feel thirsty.
Yeah,
On fruits or when you add something?
I can be thirsty if I eat a lot of mangoes. 30 minutes after, like right now, I can like drinking 1 glass of water.
What do you think about living in the nature in the future, or you prefer life in the city?
No, I actually am really planning to live in the nature and to grow things, because like when you eat this way, you start to feel that you need to grow things. When you're eating an incredible fruit, you start experiencing like why I don't plant them. I don't actually want to live in a city, and I want to leave a city as fast as I can.
Do you live in a big city?
Yeah, Paris. Eating like this in Paris, it's really weird, because this is a nonsense and you want to get out as fast as possible. But I have my studies. I could live right now, but I also want to pursue my studies for like 1 or 2 years, and then try to live and
But you have it clear, yeah? Your intention is clear already.
completely clear.
I left the city 2 years ago. Actually, after the first lockdown in Europe, I finished my studies. I'm a pianist. I finished my studies in piano, and I decided to leave. I've been living in the city at the time for 15 years, and I felt that I wanted to go to the countryside, so I went. And now I'm living since 1 year in a small house in the countryside of France. I'm in the center of France, so the climate is not tropical. There is a quite harsh winter. But still I can grow some stuff, yeah. I grow everything, every green leaves I eat, like spinach or lettuce. And I do also the tomatoes and cucumbers everywhere, and melons in my place, so yeah. And of course the more I ate fruit, and the more I was driven to grow my own food. And I want to plant seeds and everything. The only tree I have planted in my place is fig tree, because I took some branches that I cut and put in the pots, and now it's beginning to be trees. So I'm happy about that, but I wish I can do that in a more warmer climate, like here.
I would love to plant trees and have a complete natural way of living, like in the nature, without a lot of the comfort like we have today. But obviously you need to be in a tropical zone, a tropical climate, because it's like so much better to have like a steady 13 degrees all the years. It's like so much simpler, and you can like grow amazing fruits like durian, jackfruit, cherimoya.
Vivo en la ciudad del sur de París. Me gustaría mucho vivir con la naturaleza y tener un terreno con árboles.
I live in a countryside, like 1,500 people in the village, so it's like really, really small. We have forest everywhere, so I can go out and go in the forest. And of course, there is not climate of Spain, but there is a lot of trees, so I'm happy. I'm planning to come here in October. It's beautiful here, so definitely I want to try here, but in the long game I want to be in South America,
América Central como Costa Rica o América del Sur como Ecuador.
My plan is working 1 more year in France, trying to put some money aside and living for maybe 1 year traveling in South America.
Why do people choose South America?
Some kind of intuition, and also because I speak Spanish and it's easier for me to go there. Yeah, I'm a bit afraid. I would like, maybe South Mexico and then Costa Rica, Panama, and maybe Ecuador. It really depends on the visas and the situation also of the world. Everything is so unpredictable now about traveling that
many countries asking about tests.
This will depend, what I can do, because
I came here, it was locked down, and stay here, and I don't want to move. I don't want to give any test or whatever. We have so much things here, so many places we can just walk. We don't need anything, I can't be there by my body.
But I could be here with my body because I come from France, and you can walk 1,000 kilometers.
Exactly.
It's possible,
And do you want to be in some community, or you prefer to have your own land?
No, sure, I'd like to be some kind of community, because something that lacks a lot when you're a fruitarian in Europe, and especially in France, because it's not really in the culture in France. It's that you're doing that alone, because we are social creatures. I think we need sharing, and we need other examples of people. It's necessary to have some balance.
I can't live alone. I don't want to, and I want to live with other people. You have to meet also the people that grows trees. It's better to learn from others.
Honestly, I always feel better when I'm alone in nature, but if it's a community, why not try? But it has to be with people that carry me to the top, kinda, not slowing me down, and that people that goes in the same direction. It's so hard to find, so we'll see, I guess. But honestly, I want to be in South America, but I don't know. I can't be sure of anything, especially with how the world is like right now. So much problem, you never know. But if I stay here, I will be happy. Spain is beautiful.
When you shave, you are not accept your nature.
I shaved 2 days ago. I had something like this, and I shaved 2 days ago. Well, but the path is going, because I went from 2 days shaving every 2 days, and to every week, and now to maybe every month. And so it takes some time to change your psychological state. To
grow this, the body needs so much work.
Minerals and stuff, and to grow.
All the time, for people who shave, losing a lot of the battery.
3 years ago and now, I feel that going this kind of lifestyle, eating fruits and coming close to nature, I'm already accepting myself so much better than 3 years ago. It's crazy.
Wow.
So I think there are many more years to come and many more progress to do with that. But for now, I'm really very happy with this transition, this path. I still have some worries about my health and some stuff I still want to fix. But in a general way, it's so much clarity of mind, and this is the best thing, the clarity of mind and the decision you take that feels right.
I don't know if you know Sadhguru. He's saying the bird is here for something. If God did it on us, and we have that on our body, it's for a purpose. But I know I should not shave it, but I do because it's more practical. But definitely one day I will stop, because I can feel it's useful. It's there for something, But right now, not yet. It's not yet my time. But I agree with you. It's really important. I come from a lot of years of meditation and practicing yoga, and I can feel it. I know if I shave, something is different within me. Not everybody can perceive it, but definitely it's something.
Do you have some experience of dry fasting or fasting?
So I don't have dry fasting experience, but I have recently, 4 months ago, 8 days fasting experience, walking. So I left in a group and we decided to walk for 8 days. We did 170 kilometers, so it's about 25 a day for 6 days. Yes, and I fasted 8 days and a half at the time. It was a great experience, knowing how it feels to be completely free from food and still having enough energy to walk and do this kind of stuff. It was not like more energy than when I eat, but it's a different kind of energy. And some days were very peaceful, and some other days were inner struggle, you know, but it's a mix of psychological and physical struggle. Everything comes at once. When I walked, I felt after the 6th day that I should stop and just continue fasting because I was not hungry, but just stop and resting. And I didn't, and I felt I went a bit too far in the physical activity. I felt a difference, but physically also after the fast, I needed some months of recovery, but after I was more fit. I've lost like 9 kilos in 8 days. Then in 1 month and a half, I gained 12. So I was positive, you know.
I fasted, but not long enough. I don't know if you know Loren Lockman. He has like the biggest water center fast in Costa Rica. I need to make some money to go there and do one long fast to be completely clear and just never think about it. But I still do some like 24 hours fast from time to time. I feel so much better when I fast. Sometimes it's like a reset button, you know. I'm so impressed every time, like if I fast, I see better, inhale better, everything was better. So you are asking why am I eating, but...
3 días de dry fast, muy fácil para mí.
If you want some deeper connection with nature, you know, start but what you put in yourself, you know, this is the first connection we have with nature, is what we eat and what we touch and put on our skin. So even a little bit of fruits will change the way you think.
Do you believe that this path can bring you independence and freedom, or do you still feel strongly dependent on the system?
Yeah, for now I feel a great dependence on the system, because where I live in France, I know it's impossible to eat raw fruits all year long. So I'm dependent on the gas and the network of transport. So I feel some heavy dependence on the system. And also I need my job to get my money to buy my fruit, you know, and everything is some kind of chains around me. So
do you have such an option in your mind that life brings you everything that you really need?
Not completely. I have still some fears, but I feel much more like this. Even this trip in Spain, I have much more faith on the thing that if you believe in fruits will come to you. Nature will bring stuff to you also. So I have this feeling, but I have also quite some fears yet to free myself from. For all my life, tried to control things with my mind and, you know, with my conscious mind. And now I try to let things come and also try to follow my intuition. If I have some kind of intuition that I should go to, you know, this spot to sleep, I will go to this spot to sleep, you know, trusting my instinct. Exactly. So I try to give some space to that, knowing that I also have my mind controlling stuff, but I don't want to rush the pace. 2 years ago, I was not even thinking about traveling around, you know, the world and even coming to Spain. And then I ate fruits, and the further I was like, I need to move, I need to travel. I feel like I'm a nomadic person, you know, not like I should not stay on the same place. And before I was like, I should find one place and stay there for all the time, and now I want to travel. It's already a very big change in my mind. Yeah, voilà.
No sé dónde vivir por el momento y no sé qué hacer para trabajar.
Este pensamiento tenemos que olvidar porque esto nos bloquea todo el camino. Solo si tenemos intención clara, empezar por donde podemos.
No necesitas mucho, vives con tus plantaciones.
Realmente solo ser humano está dependiendo, está comprando comida, está dependiendo de tanto dinero. Mira, cualquier animal, lo más frágil posible, vive sin todo esto. Y nosotros a dónde hemos llegado.
Y todo lo que necesitas es comer un techo para
Sí.
vivir. Dependemos de un sistema y hay que salir.
¿Cuál es tu apego principal ahora mismo? ¿Qué es lo que todavía no te deja dar este paso?
El trabajo, el dinero, me gusta mucho viajar y
Pero realmente para un frugívoro es una vida lo más simple imposible imaginar. Tú solo plantas árboles, no es como una huerta que tienes que hacer cada año, plantar tomate, plantar no sé qué. Con fruta una vez solo y ya está, y cada vez te da más y más. Es que tú plantas semilla, no hay ningún esfuerzo en esto.
I publish myself the book, and then I can put what I want. Nobody wants to publish there. It's a scientific, philosophic, esoteric, and visionary book about the human condition, the future of humanity. To ask questions about food, about society, about what is the place of the human in this planet. Should read this book. I don't read this book. I ask questions, okay, and receive in the night the information. For 30 years, I put all what I receive from the I don't know where. Okay. And you can buy it on eBay.
Arrangé kiwi salade.
C'est lancé quoi.
Je connais pas. T'as jamais goûté kiwi salade? Ben non, je suis plutôt. Il est plus sucré que.
Il en vend pas.
La había comido cruda. Sí. Yo digo, ¿la coliflor cruda?
Sí, para mí todo el tiempo cruda.
Dice, sí, y la verdad es que me encanta.
Puedes hacer una salsa de, no sé, guacamole, al guatapaco, y con esto, y pones una salsa y es muy bueno.